Ooh. Is it still... It's 7% chance and you got there, hey? Well, that's not great. I mean, at the moment, I'm just going to just keep fighting and then read a teleport at this stage in the encounter, and that will bring us elsewhere. Not too shabby. And this seems like a bit of a safer locale for us to spend some time. Ooh, DCSS, how you tempt me so. -2 hat, not great. - telly, terrible. Just absolutely awful. But it is that electricity resistance we've been missing. On top of that, some extra strength and regen. It's bad how tempted I am to go for this. It's like I'm just looking to get myself killed in an embarrassing fashion. What about Book of Earth? You have statue form, so that again brings into consideration potentially swapping into a bit more of a caster approach early on here. What to do with you? I guess that's technically worse than the 795 gold, seeing as how statue form is the only spell I want, and I'm pretty sure the book that we left up above was cheaper than 795. So, you know, if you break it down that way, that's a bit more interesting. I don't think I can take this hat. I'm oh so tempted to, but that - telly I think is just a bit too much of a deal breaker. I'm spending a moment to see, can my brain talk myself into it? But maybe we actually want to stay alive today, because I keep coming back to, no, Torinski, that is a terrible idea. So let's not do that. We'll just take the money for now, play it a little bit on the safe side, and then just mulch our way through all of our friends here. Turns out, keeping around the Scarf of Repulsion, potentially one of the best things that we've ever deigned to do. Fantastic. Definitely helps out a great deal against all the yak hordes that we will find throughout the remainder of vaults here. We're of course not going to be jumping right into the final floor, but I am hoping to get a decent amount of the way in, if just for the experience that we find. We'll also, of course, hoping that we get some treasure along the way. Never hurts to see that either. And it looks like the Mark Trap might have brought pretty much everyone to us here. I guess doing the little swapperoo of teleporting out then reduced some of the effectiveness of that, seeing as how... Jeez. I'm gonna take a step back here real quick. But seeing as how we did immediately kind of spread our enemies throughout the remainder of the level, but there we go. I wanted to bring one of these crystal guardians up with us. Fantastic. Hopefully we get just the second one. Sir, could we... I was kind of hoping you'd step towards me, but that's fine. I guess it's nice sometimes not to force others to make the first move. I was just trying to respect your autonomy. I'm sure you understand. And let's see. Elephants. A bit of a pain in the rear here. Oh gosh, everyone's stepping into link traps left and right. Let's pop around the corner so we don't have to deal with that, shall we? In fact, we can just bring you right on up, my friend, and maybe try to do the same with these two. Not dealing with the electricity while having fun with the, you know, the rampaging horde of killer elephants. Probably for the best. That seems like a semi-reasonable approach to take. And fantastic. There is our crypt entrance. So I'm guessing, as per usual, you, that buddy came with a few friends. Not seeing any crystal golems, though. So I wonder what is up with that. I'm gonna read a teleport because this is starting to go pretty horrible. Do get lucky with said teleport while we're at it, so that is fantastic. And let's see. Oh gosh. Marcus. Yet another mark coming through. We're really not hitting on those 7% willpower checks. Holy moly. But it's not the end of the world at the very least. A Wand of Mind Burst. Hey. I guess we're not using Magic Bow for now. Which I'm going to take another look at here because it's been a while and I feel like the only times I've really used this as of late is taking it as my first weapon in the like Ziggurat themed sprint. But let's see. So we give a tiny portion of our life every time we cast a spell, and you will redirect the life essence of creatures damaged by the spell to the caster. So this gives like spell vamp. That seems pretty sweet. Do have to give up the shield though. Bit of a deal breaker for me, unfortunately. Might want to try it out at some point rather down the road. But for the moment, I think we'll just leave that son of a gun sitting around. Hello, Asterin. It's very nice of you to be the only one that saw me. Oh, hello? No? And then promptly lose track of me right after, you son of a gun. Well, there goes my whole strategy of hoping to deal with you by your lonesome here. But that is just fine. We'll engage in a little bit of manual movement here just to not allow Auto Explore to get ourselves too far out of position. We're just immediately changing back to doing just that. Could have a decent amount of damage coming in from our Frost Heart here. Speak of the devil. At least we have 2 pips of cold resistance, so it's not the end of the world. And that is perfect. Another mark, maybe? No, okay. Turns out 5th time is, in fact, the charm, and we'll mulch our way through Euclid Winks. I wish we could get, like, maybe a broad axe of vampirism. You know, take advantage of the fact that this is one of the few 15 rune runs where we are not actively going in with the Shining One. Seems like it could be nice. As we take down Asterion without too many problems, that is just wonderful. I'm hoping that means we can auto-explore the rest of this level to our heart's content. Vorpal Longsword definitely shouldn't be too bad to deal with. We'll just rest in this corner. Yeah, I know Yaktar is like technically nearby, yes, but I don't see them being a problem through the glass walls. And that should be just about perfect. Hello, my new friends. Goodbye. Nice to meet you, nice to see ya. And I wish you the best in the afterlife, of course. Oh. I feel like we were very fortunate that this buddy didn't have motives in play there, decided not to convoke. Thank you kindly for that, my lovely friend. So I hear my dog is very unhappy about something out there. Gut instinct, it is a delivery vehicle. She knows, she's immediately come to learn, or almost immediately came to learn rather, the correlation between any kind of delivery company and the fact that they will in fact be walking up to people's houses, which is just not okay in her books. Just a betrayal of the utmost variety. Okie dokie. Yes, this is Vaults 4. I actually did not pay attention when I made my way down, so this could have been a terrible surprise to find ourselves in Vaults 5 when we least expected. But fortunately, we do manage to come to our senses just a wee bit here as we get closer and closer to the end of 4. So that's beautiful. Convoker also deciding to take a frontline approach to the action. Also beautiful. Just fantastic. I thank you for that, my friend. And not too shabby. Should be able to finish off the rest of the floor here without too much issue. Barring any more electrical friends showing up at inopportune moments, of course. Which, now that I think of it, speaking of which, a bunch of mighted orcs, plus our electrical friend, that could have gone a heck of a lot worse, so I should thank my lucky stars. Oh, there was a distortion weapon. I just realized we teleported. Unless that was a dispersal boomerang, it means that we engaged in some less than ideal tactics there. Turns out that that is in fact the case. Oh gosh. You know what? I'm gonna read a teleport in advance. Oh, that's fun. Hi, Boris. You son of a gun. Well, my teleport should take effect pretty soon here. Just in case. I think I will drink a heal wounds. And you know, I don't need to finish vaults right now is what this potentially boils down to. So this... Okay, that was a relatively safe stairwell. Let's try to inch our way back down here as safely as we possibly can. Holy moly. Well, that vault's floor is going to be a nightmare whenever we come back in the future, but that is, in fact, future Torinski's problem. So, with that in mind, let's get the heck out of Dodge for now, shall we? Which does mean we have to decide where the heck are we going next. Not super well suited for crypt at the moment here. We have no real positive energy to say for ourselves here. Potentially it's just into depths. There is elf to potentially think about. Future Torinski that doesn't die before getting back to Vault 4. Is there any other kind? Of course. This is but a certainty at the end of the day, I'm sure. Definitely won't find ourselves doing even stupider things as we move forward in the future, right? I guess if we wanted to go elf, we again don't have negative resistance. We don't have electricity resistance. I guess that kind of makes up my mind for me. So probably just gonna head into depths. We'll do another obligatory spell check here. If I swap over to all of my casting business here, remove my axe while I'm at it. How the heck are we looking here at the moment? Dragon form at 14%. I may just have to. Let's give it a bit of a shot. It is a pretty big power boost at the best times, so let's see if we can make that happen, shall we? We have Manifold Assault as well while we are at it, and I would like to add a Radiate to the list. So, if I turn to a dragon, we of course lose most of our equipment. Resistances are still okay. Nice amount of health, of course, even with our gosh darn frailty. Maybe I'll start chugging some potions, do a bit of mutation roulette to get rid of that, because it is a bit of a pain in the butt. But okay, with that in mind, we'll go into our spells here. Let's switch Dragon Form. I think it's capital M? Is that my macro? It is. And while we're at it, let's bring Manifold Assault onto that D key. And any other changes we want to make here. I guess Apportation is probably going to be a bit of an active spell at the best of times, so we'll just swap that out, make a Radiate a little bit easier to cast. And then maybe go for it. Our defense is obviously not great, but such is the life of a dragon. I could remove this ring. but it is getting us our cold resistance. I could remove this one for some AC. We'll see what we decide as we get a little bit closer here. In fact, 11% chance to recast, so we can extend that duration. Regenerate our MP. Oh, and head down. Why, hello there. Let's see. Take you kiddos upstairs just to play it safe. Fantastic. You sons of guns. I mean, that's where having that 2 pips of cold resistance is very much a lifesaver at the end of the day here. Dragon form is 17% chance. I guess that's largely our shield, I think, potentially contributing to that. We could remove our shield, seeing as how it gets removed by force when we turn into said dragon anyway. Man, we are not in the happiest of positions here when we drop out of dragon form. Not sure where exactly I land on this. I feel like there might be a decent argument to be made for not rampaging as a dragon, but man, is it just so much fun. I do love this spell. And specifically, I should say that the spell combo, really. Because the Manifold Assault is a big part of it. I should have backups, though. What this teaches me is I lose my dragon form at the worst possible moment. At least our unarmed combat still remains intact even when we're in naked form here. Yeah, not ideal by any stretch. I'm gonna have to be a bit more careful and cognizant as to our overall magic points here, just to try to keep ourselves as safe as we possibly can. Scrolls of Amnesia can of course stick on the ground for now, and we'll see how the rest of this goes. I do love going tete-a-tete with a dragon there. Bit of mano-a-mano, hand-to-hand combat of the best sorts. And okie dokie. Also have to take the time to just constantly and consistently recast dragon form, but that's not the end of the world, really. Oh, hello, Shining One. Normally, I would have been your friend, but not so much today. Or at least that's the plan. Oops, losing dragon form at an inopportune moment, as I feel is going to pretty consistently be the case here. I mean, if we even just look at it, spell power's at 25%, so it doesn't last long, not getting that much bonus health out of it either. So I miscast it multiple times in a row there. At least it's not happening in the middle of combat when we're essentially relying on the cast in order to keep our skin about us. Interesting. So I guess that was our little taste of the magic there. And how am I feeling about the dragon form build? Ah, it's so tough. It's pure glass cannon. I'm a sucker for glass cannon builds at the end of the day here. One more floor? Yeah, let's go one more floor. Take it away. I will come and check out this shop in the middle of a Curse of Fires. Manual of Conjurations. Probably don't exactly need that. Book of Lightning. Let's see how that compares to the previous one that we found. Ooh, Book of Fire does have ignition in it. So if I take a peek at our shopping list here, Book of Lightning for 540, for 504. So okay, the other one was just much cheaper. Get the heck out of here. I'll buy the Book of Fire though. In fact, we're casting a level 8 spell with dragon form. Right? No, 7? Must be 7, because ignition is not castable. I was getting very, very excited over nothing here. We don't have Spellforge Servitor yet, because that's another thing that I'm on the search for, on the lookout for. I guess we could do a quick check. That's not going to do it. Forged? I guess Servitor is probably the safest bet, if I could spell it right at least. Not quite at the moment. I am definitely interested in such things, though. Any fed-ass fans in the audience, avert thine eyes. Unfortunately, these fun guys need to go. I do like the toadstools, though. I wish we saw those around the dungeon more often. Those look adorable. Okay. Manifold Assault. Do your thing. I am almost immediately running low on MP, which is exactly what we promised ourselves we would not do in the future. I know, shocker, breaking my own rules. Sure, that comes as a surprise for pretty much nobody. Tin of Tremor Stones. Don't have the most AC, but everything here is fairly weak in that department. So we'll just blast one and done here. Beautiful. And that once again gets me closer and closer to the, oh gosh, this is a terrible plan spot. With my armor, I might be able to cast Manifold Assault in Bjornir's vilest of clutches. I guess we could even wear slightly easier armor and bring back our axe. And how are we looking? No dragon form, but that's to be expected. Everything else is castable, including Irradiate, which is incredible. Only 18% power. A bit less incredible, but hey, still not too bad. What if I swap over to our Int and Wizardry ring? Then how are we looking? Power goes up, spell rates are slightly worse, though that's still manageable. I think I'm still okay with that. This brings us Vile Clutch and Irradiate. So I do love the sound of that. We'll swap Vile Clutch to be on one of our easier macro keys here. And let's start exploring in this slightly different approach, shall we? Vile Clutch actually does really good work against our Spriggan friends here. Kind of anyone highly evasive, so that is just fantastic. Ooh, a Broadaxe of Flaming. We're still in need of a Hydra killer. That would be a bit of a no-brainer. As is. It's not super necessary, because I miscast Irradiate. We'll just walk away from the slow troll friends here. That should be fantastic. And just take down the rest of you. Beautiful. Okay, Vampire Mage. Could have been a bit more pain in the butt. Where am I getting seen visible? Is that also from the axe? It is. So we happen to make this swap back over to our axe style run at the perfect moment. Not too shabby. Hello, Enchantress, with a Legitang of Distortion. Man, I'm sure you're real fun at parties. The Fair Dragon scales I think are half decent for casting in, so that's kind of fun. But you, my friend, I'm not sure I feel confident in coming into contact with here, especially Strip Willpower leading to Mass Confusion, or even a slow. All bad. All just terrible. We, of course, once again, do have Vile Clutch available. Actually, now that I think about it, Irradiate, also pretty incredible stuff for dealing with these sons of guns. Reach out and grab ya. Reach out and grab ya. Rinse. Repeat. And just keep doing more of the same. Enchantress also hasted. That's fun. Definitely burning through magic once again here at a pretty prodigious rate. What do I do with you, my friend? Are we at a point where I feel like I could potentially try this encounter? I could Phantom Mirror you. And if I get sent into the Abyss, that's also potentially not the end of the world. Coming back out is going to be sketchy as all get out, but that might be okay. Radiate is at 3d20. So as long as it works, which it does, follow that up with Tin of Tremor Stones near my ally. I will in fact do so. No real help there, but phone a friend. Hey, there we go. Fantastic. By our powers combined, we almost get there. There we go. Fantastic. Getting a bunch of spell levels while we're at it. And yeah, what do we do? AC remains unchanged? Yes, please. I will get the free corrosion resistance as well as a bunch of extra strength. Why the heck not? And in fact, that leaves stuff at a much more castable rate without sabotaging our AC. So that might be a bit of a blessing in disguise there.